Gosh, we flew out of California. Yeah, boom, there. We went to Kuwait. With Kuwait, we went to Al-Assad. Al-Assad, we stayed there for a couple of days. We get organized, everybody regroups, and then we start taking Ospreys out to the dam. And we were in Haditha.
How many of you were there?
Whole battalion. Yeah, I don't even know our whole battalions. I mean, so 3rd Battalion, 23rd Marines.
I mean, about how many people is it?
Gosh, I don't even know. Probably 1,000 people. I don't know what it means in a battalion. So I'm just a little 19-year-old Lance Corporal worried about stupid.
But so the whole focus or goal was to do VIP style protection.
That's what right? So our section was only about 20 of us.
Okay. Yeah. So the 20 of you bounced all over the place
with him, battalion commander. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And he went all over
He went all over because he's checking on all the other FOBs, combat outposts. Yeah. We were stationed in the city of Iraq, or I'm in the city of Haditha. Okay. And then we would go check all the line companies. We'd go check the whole AO that he was in. His job. He did his job. And we would with him the whole time.
Were you wearing civilian clothes kind of thing? Or was
No, we're still full Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And,
we had to actually be more Marine Corps than anybody because we represented, like when we'd go check FOBs and they're out there with low command, they're going to start not shaving and kind of fucking go a little rogue, right? Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
And so when he'd show up, we try to give them word, hey, we're coming out there, dude, because it's your buddies,
Yeah.
And so we'd come out and we always had to be shaved, clean cut, everything had to be ready. Because we did multiple operations where freaking generals were coming in, DOD officials, a lot of politicians, and then we did one tour or one situation. We had to take a Navy commander from Haditha, Iraq, all the way to Biop, which is Baghdad International Airport in the Green Zone.
Yeah.
And so we did that all through freaking our 4 trucks.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was cool. We got to stay in Ramadi. I went through Biop. So I got to see more of Iraq than most people do in just their little AO.
Yeah.
If they only had one deployment,
I
got to see a lot more because I was with him.
Yeah. Were there any hairy instances of excursions that you guys went on or protective details where shit went sideways and you guys had to respond?
So I feel like we were always getting some small pop shots, but it wasn't like crazy. We would run across IEDs. So a lot of tier 1 IED sites. I would end up being a dismount, so I'd get out of the vehicle. We'd have to sweep it on foot. So we did a lot of sweeping in a V formation. So what that is for those watching that don't know, the truck's going down the road. The front truck's a 7-ton. The back 3 are up armored Humvees. You're going to split out of the dismount in the front, and then you're going to create a V formation farther in front of it, like a funnel, so you can find any trigger man wires, any kind of det cord, anything like that. And so we would do a bunch of that, just like safety measures. Yeah. And so when we got to Iraq, it was still pretty hot, cooling down. Yeah. And people were pretty cautious. So we had to do all these things. I mean, we were running people off the road. Everybody had to get out of their cars when we came by, like start their car, get out of their car so that they weren't a V-bed. And then the rules of engagement changed throughout our process. We started pulling back. We started easing up, which made it really nerve-wracking for us because now we started running with traffic. We started moving out of the city. We're trying to give back Iraq to the IPs and the Iraqi police.
Were there instances where you guys actually were ambushed or took any, excuse me.
We never got into any freaking one-on-one firefight combat. No, There were situations where we had to have EOD come blow a freaking IED up that we would have hit.
Yeah. And in your entire battalion, do you know if were there?
There was some contact. One guy, unfortunately, this is fucked up, but the guy, at one of the combat outposts, there was some random dumbass going to the gate, and I don't know how the fuck you don't know that we've been here at this place for so long. And he unfortunately, the driver didn't get wasted, but the other guy got wasted with a 240. Oh, no, and so we had to go over there and kind of do the whole, our do the right thing because we're battalion commander. So he's over there checking, talking, what's going on, how'd this happen? Yeah, dude gets freaking buddy's head wasted off because he's just going. He's like, oh, I didn't know that this wasn't a road I could go in. I was like, dude, you've been flagged down. Everybody did everything. So
that's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And you were there for, you said 7 months, 7 months?
Yeah. We did a pretty cool operation with Task Force 16, so we got to work with some Green Beret guys, or ODA, I don't even know. That's all I was briefed on. Task Force 16, I was in the room, and I'm little Lance Corporal Hancock with the bell-fed machine gun on my lap. I'm like, let's fucking go. This is awesome. Yeah. And they weren't super stoked because they've dropped in on Blackhawks, brought their own dogs, brought their own detainees, and then we made them load up in the back of the 7-ton with me. And I'm like, hey, how long you guys been in?
That's classic.
So we did a full raid with them and Spooky, the bird, the C-130 Spectre gunship. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. We got to do all sorts of cool stuff like that.
Shit. How did that raid go?
It went perfect. It went picture perfect. I mean, working with those guys was super simple. They had a target house that they wanted to hit, and our battalion commander says, yeah, you're an RAO. We're going to be with you.
Yeah.
And so they weren't super stoked about that, but they respected that he wanted to. So we provided, our line companies provided outer security, that we hit other houses too. And we got being, the battalion commander's VIP, basically. We got to go with them through that, and we worked with them on that raid.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through that at all? Or
Yeah, so super simple. I mean, we set up, we're on the freaking MSR, and we're on the main service road, and we stage way outside of the town. This is a small fucking podunk town in the middle of nowhere in Iraq. And we stage out there, we create dispersion, we drop the birds in between. There's about 3 freaking Blackhawks drop in. We got dogs coming out, we got tier 1 operator guys coming out. And then the whole mission basically was to load up and get in the trucks with us, which, like I said, they weren't like, this fucking sucks. This is like anti-special ops shit.
Yeah.
But that was like what was going to happen, I guess. I don't know. I'm not part of that decision making.
Yeah. No bad shit happened on that one.
No crazy bad stuff. Just they got their guy. They got him. And we took that detainee and we rolled him up. Yeah.
But you can't bitch about that.
No. I can't bitch. I mean, there was a long time though, and I talked about this before on another podcast. But there was a long time that I felt like inadequate for not fucking just having the traditional gunfight.
Yeah.
As a Marine, I'm like, oh, I feel like I need a better story, and I feel like guys can constantly either deploy for that story, or they feel like they need to up their story or bullshit their story, or feel inadequate because they don't have that. But the reality is, man, the cards fell where they fell, and I'm here. I have a beautiful family. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think the tough part is, between movies and pop culture and, decades of kind of this aura that's built around the military and different missions that take place, is that there's like an expectation for that, and I agree, like, there's a lot of instances of guys that, some of the best platoons, at least from my experience in the SEAL teams, really, really shit hot SEAL platoons that end up having to do exercises in Guam, while guys who maybe, this platoon's maybe not as high speed or maybe not as capable, ends up, doing a 6-month just barn burner in fucking Ramadi, it's like, and it has nothing to do with who any of those guys are. I mean, it's pure, just scheduling and luck and what have you, So.
Yeah, but I think as a man, especially, somebody that joins the Marine Corps, joins the teams, you want to test yourself, right? I mean, that's kind of what you're getting into. I didn't join the freaking infantry Marine Corps because I got a signing bonus for college, what I'm saying? Like, especially not in 2006.
Yeah.
So you want to test yourself. You're like, fuck, am I made of what I think I'm made of? And when the freaking bullets start flying, how am I going to do? Am I going to piss my pants, or am I going to lay some fire down? And so you want to test that. And when you don't get tested, but you're constantly stressed out the whole time, you're constantly ready, you're constantly worried. That's what I saw a lot of guys struggle with when they got back.
Really?
They're still high strung, right? Yeah. You're still on alert, watching for the IEDs, getting people out of their car. Fuck, they're all just that overglaze of stress that still follows people. Some of those guys become cops. They become SWAT guys. And I think that's where some of the problems come in there too, because they don't really address that they're trying to get that action still.
Were any of the guys that you were with that of fall into that category and had problems? Yeah. Really?
Yeah, personally. I'm not me myself. I did have my own struggles.
Yeah.
Weirdly, like coming back, like I still have my own struggles. I shouldn't say weirdly. So if anybody y'all have struggles, it's not weird.